Welcome, ladies and gents. It seems James Gunn has now absolutely killed Aquaman in the Lost Kingdom. Yep. As if it couldn't get any worse for the DC universe. James Gunn has come out and declared nothing is canon until Creature Commandos. Sorry, weren't we talking about Blue Beetle being canon at one point? Pretty certain we were. What on earth is going on here, ladies and gents? Now look, undoubtedly this will kill any excitement that was there for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. For a lot of people, not all, absolutely. There will still be lots of people that are very excited to see it. And you know what? More power to you. You want to go out and watch that film? I hope you have a great time, genuinely. But let's take a look at this. Hit subscribe if you're new here, folks. So let's dive into this today. So DC Studios CEO James Gunn has decided to abort James Wan's upcoming Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom film by just out and out declaring that no DC property until Creature Commandos will be canon. Now, I think it's important to note that yes, we did kind of know this, but they've been bumping and waving and going all over the place on, well, is it or is it not, etc, etc, etc. Honestly, it's not been clear cut. You can absolutely not tell me that it's, it's not been clear cut, basically, is what I'm trying to say. He's flip-flopped on a lot of stuff. Stuff he said he's gone back on. He's tried to, he's out and out tried to say that Blue Beetle was going to be canon. So, who knows, But now he's saying that this is now not going to be canon. So let's take a look, right? So Gunn recently made this declaration in response to a confused Threads user who asked him, you said DC Studio movies and canon start with Superman Legacy. I, and many others, are still confused. Are the returning actors playing new versions of the same characters? Is this a J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah situation? So, Superman Legacy director, because he will be directing Superman Legacy, just said nothing is canon until Creature Commandos next year. A sort of aperitif to the DCU. And then a deeper dive into the universe with Superman Legacy after that. So he added, it's a very human drive to want to understand everything all the time, but I think it's okay to be confused on what's happening in the DCU, since no one has seen anything from the DCU yet. Oh, it could also be the fact that you keep flip-flopping on stuff, mate. I'm just going to go out there and say it. It's definitely because of you as well. You should probably stop saying certain stuff, for goodness sake. So he then elaborated in a follow-up post. And yes, some actors will be playing characters they've played in other stories. And some plot points might be consistent with plot points from the dozens of films, shows and animated projects that have come from DC in the past. But nothing is canon until Creature Commandos and Legacy. So, because again, there's more rumours, ladies and gents, that Gal Gadot will be Wonder Woman again, still. So some actors will be playing characters they've played. And some won't. But nothing is now canon. And it all gets wiped clear cut anyway. What? So he might be right that... Well, let's break this down. The statement that Blue Beetle is going to be in the DCU, that's not true anymore. But that the actor playing Blue Beetle might be Blue Beetle in the DC universe. But that movie's no longer canon. Honestly, what an absolute S show. Not only that, ladies and gents, you also have Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, but then that's not going to be canon. All the other movies not going to be canon. So why did you end up binning off some people and not others? Seems a bit weird, doesn't it? Seems a bit favoritism, I guess. So also Peacemaker, that's no longer canon. Okay, what? Honestly. So Gunn would also provide clarity regarding Blue Beetle. So a user asks, I'm wondering, how does the Blue Beetle movie factor in at this point in time? In the past, you said it was included in the new DCU, but some statements are conflicting. Will it have any relation to future projects? So here he says it. He reveals it. Zolo Maradona will continue playing Blue Beetle in the DCU, as Viola Davis will Amanda Waller, and John Cena will Peacemaker. But forget everything you've seen already. What? again, people will say that this is, and you know, hey, it might be clear cut for some people, but this, to me, just makes it more of an S show than anything else. Because undoubtedly, as good as some actors are, there does come a stigma associated with them, and an association with their previous performances and previous storylines. This seems like a massive oversight. So we'd also address another user who balked at the idea of resetting the previous DCEU that began with Man of Steel. And that user stated, seriously though, why should we invest time and effort in yet another shared universe? Just build on what's already there with slight course corrections as needed. And he said the following: if you think of anything as investing time and effort, no matter what shared universe, you definitely shouldn't be. Every story should be enjoyed and worth partaking in and of itself, without its attachment to an outside world. If it feels like homework, screw it. Shared universes should add fun to the individual stories, not the other way around. The individual stories and characters are much more important to me than the connections between them. And yet, undoubtedly, you will still form incredible connections between your movies. I highly doubt that's not going to happen. Of course you're going to. And this person's right, saying, you know, why should we invest time and effort into it? Absolutely. I mean, the comic book era does seem to be on a massive decline at this point in time. And as this article notes, that response opens up a whole can of worms. Namely, why even create a shared universe? Exactly. So let's... exactly. Why? Why even do it? But again, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom is not canon now. So, I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. And he's flip-flopped so much. He literally stated, and I quote, first we have Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off, kind of in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well. That moves directly into The Flash, a fantastic movie that I really love, that resets the entire DC universe. And then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic film about a kid who is a marvellous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2, which leads directly into our next few projects. Fine. So this is why they're aborting it, because those movies have done terribly. So they honestly just think a reset's going to, you know, bring in the cash flow. That's literally all it is. But I just don't get it. You know? I mean, I get it. I understand. But it just seems so pointless. All of this seems so pointless. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. I think this will kill Aquaman. For a lot of people. To a degree. Not a lot, you know, a lot of people still go out and watch it. Absolutely. But a lot of people will hate this. So let me know what you think down below. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.